In this class, I am going to explain you predictive parser. So all of you know that in a parser we have two types of parsers. One is top-down parser and second one is bottom-up parser. In top-down parser, again it is divided into two types. One is top-down parser with backtracking and second one is top-down parser without backtracking. So in the previous class, we already learned the top-down parser without backtracking technique. That is, one is RDP, recursive descent parser, and the second one is predictive parser. This one we can also call it as a non-recursive predictive parser. So this is model of predictive parser. So in this predictive parsing, we have input string, input tape, and the second one is it contains some stack and the parsing table. So finally, by using these three, input, stack and parsing table, we will get the output. Now we will see one by one. So in this class, I am going to explain you how to construct a parsing table, how to construct a predictive parsing table. So this is the algorithm. By using this algorithm, we have to construct a parsing table. So this is construction of predictive parsing table. So in this algorithm, here the input is the grammar. So all of you know that the given grammar should be in context with grammar. So the grammar contains variables, terminals, productions and set of symbols. So this is the input, and we will get parsing table. We will get parsing table, and the method. So here mainly in this method we are using two conditions. So the first one. So here the production is of the form A to alpha. A to alpha. Now the given one is a grammar. So grammar means contains some set of production rules. Now we will compare each and every production with A to alpha. What is A? The production left hand side symbol, and alpha means the production right hand side of the symbols. So for each production A to alpha of the following. So the first point. Now P means set of productions. This is the given grammar. This is given grammar. Now each and every production is compared to A to alpha. Now what is rule 1? So rule 1 is first to find out first of alpha. Find out first of alpha. So the given one is set of productions. Each and every production is compared with A to alpha. So in the given production, take the first one. In the given grammar, take the first production and compare with A to alpha, and then find first of alpha. What is alpha? Alpha means nothing but the production right hand side of the symbol. First of alpha. Suppose if the first of alpha result is A. If the first of alpha, for example, take if the first of alpha result is A, then we can add the entry. See, M is a table, parsing table, and the table contains two parameters. One is non-terminal and the second one is terminal symbol. Suppose M is a table which contains two parameters. The first one is variable and the second one is terminal. This is the form. So after getting the value of first of alpha, then we can choose the entry. How to select the entry means M is a table name. What is the first one? First one is a variable. Variable means here nothing but the production left hand side of the symbol, that is A. And what is T? T means nothing but the first of alpha result. T means the terminal. So here the first of alpha contains A. So in this entry A comma A, we can add the production is A to alpha. You can add this production A to alpha. That is the rule 1. So for each terminal A in first of A, add A to alpha to M A comma A. First of A means nothing but this one. See, first of A equal to means nothing but first of right hand side of the symbol, that is alpha. So first of alpha means A. Otherwise, we have directly select first of alpha. Then add A to alpha to M array of A comma A. What is A? A means left hand side of the symbol, this one. And what is A? A means first of alpha result, that is this one. This is rule 1. Now take rule 2. What is rule 2? Again, each and every production is compared with A to alpha and then find first of alpha. Suppose here in this case the first of alpha means A. It does not contain any epsilon symbol. Whereas in the second rule means the find first of alpha. Suppose the first of alpha contains epsilon. At that time, we have to calculate follow of the left hand side of the symbol. That is A. Follow of A. Suppose the follow of A result is B. Then the entry is array of what is the left hand side symbol A and what is the terminal symbol. Terminal symbol means here the first of alpha contains terminal. That's why we have calculated follow of the left hand side of the symbol, that is A. So here the value is B. So here you can write B and the value and the entry is same, A to alpha. See, the first one is same. Both the cases, the first parameter is variable. What is variable? Simply left hand side of the value, that is A. And what is the second parameter? Second parameter is terminal. So rule 1, in both the cases, the first step is, first we have to calculate the first of alpha. Both the cases, first of alpha. The thing is, based upon the result, we have to choose either rule 1 or rule 2. Suppose the first of alpha does not contain any epsilon symbol, then we have to choose rule 1. What is rule 1? Entry of A comma, here in the second symbol is the terminal symbol. How to select the terminal symbol means directly you can write this value. Because the first of alpha does not contain epsilon symbol. Suppose the first of alpha contains epsilon symbol. At that time, we can go to rule 2. So, whenever the first of alpha contains epsilon, then we can immediately calculate the follow of the left hand side of the value, left hand side of the symbol, that is follow of A. Suppose follow of A equal to B, then the entry is A, the terminal symbol is follow of the left hand side of the value, this one. Only the difference is second parameter only. Find first of alpha. The first of alpha does not contain epsilon, rule 1. You have to follow rule 1. Suppose the first of alpha does contain epsilon, then we have to follow rule 2. And the remaining entries are empties. Now, this is the example. Now, construct the predictive parsing table for the following grammar. So, grammar is E2 E plus T or T, T2 T star F, F2 E or ID. So, this is the grammar. And you have to remember one point. It is a predictive parsing. Predictive parsing means it comes under top-down parser without backtracking. So in the top-down parser without backtracking, what is the step 1? Whether it is recursive descent parser, predictive parser, LL of 1, whatever it is, the step 1 is common. What is step 1? Step 1. So here step 1 is First one is elimination of left recursion and left factoring. This is the step one. So in top-down parsing without backtracking, the step one without backtracking techniques are, one is RDP and the second one is predict to parser and third one is LLF1. So in these three methods, the step one is common, that is elimination of left recursion and left factoring. So check whether the given grammar is in left recursion or left factoring. Suppose if the given grammar is in left recursion, then we have to eliminate the left recursion. Suppose if the given grammar is in left factoring, then we have to eliminate the left factoring. Suppose the given grammar does not contain any left recursion and left factoring, then the step one output is same grammar, same given grammar. So this is step one. And the next one is step two. So in the predict to parser, step two is very important. Very important. So based on this step, we have to construct the parsing table. So in the step two is, suppose the given grammar contains left recursion, left factoring, then we have to eliminate it. So the resultant grammar, in the resultant grammar comes under input to the step two. So in the step two, we have to find or we have to calculate the first and follow functions. The first and follow functions. That is step two. And step three. Step three is, by using the algorithm, in the previous slide I have mentioned one algorithm, construction of predict to parsing table. So by using this algorithm, we have to construct a parsing table. We have to construct a predict to parsing table. Yeah. So how to construct a predict to parsing table means the total 3 steps. Step 1, check whether the given grammar is in left recursion or left factoring. Second step, find first and follow. Third step, applying the algorithm and construct a table, parsing table. So the first step and second step is already over for the same grammar. That's why I need not mention all the step 1 and step 2. Here I can write the answers directly. So step 1, what is step 1? Step 1 is elimination of left recursion and left factoring. See, here the given grammar is in, so here the given grammar is in left recursion. So after elimination of left recursion, this is the resultant grammar. So step 1 means elimination of left recursion, elimination of left recursion. So e to t e dash to plus t e dash or epsilon, t to f t dash to star f t dash or epsilon, and then f to e id. So this is step 1. This is step 1. And step 2. What is step 2? Find first and follow. In the previous class, I have already explained the same grammar, how to calculate first and follow for these productions. So that's why I have to write direct answers. So first of E. First of E means nothing but first of T. First of T means first of F. First of F means open comma ID. First of E dash plus comma epsilon. First of T. F means open comma ID. Same way star comma epsilon, open comma ID. Like that, follow of E dash, follow of T dash, and then follow of F. So follow of E means open closed parenthesis comma dollar, E dash, both are same, and follow of T dash plus closed parenthesis and then dollar, and follow up f equal to star plus closed parenthesis and then dollar. So this is the output. So step 1 elimination, step 2 first and forward. And step 3, what is step 3? So step 3 is a construct a parsing table. Now construct parsing table. So this is the table. So I have already mentioned that the table. So table is a M. So table is a M. It is a two-dimensional array. The first parameter is variable. First parameter is a variable, and the second parameter is a terminal symbol. So first one is a variable. First parameter is a variable, and the second parameter is a terminal. So it is a parsing table. So the table contains two-dimensional array. So the first one is variable. So it is a variable. So non-terminal. It represents the non-terminal in column wise. Next one, second parameter is T. T means terminals represented in row wise. So total how many non-terminals are there? So this is the step 1, elimination of left recursion. This is the resultant one. So in this grammar we have total 5 non-terminal symbols. So right. So first one is E. First one is E. Second non-terminal is E dash, T, T dash, and then F. These are the non-terminal symbols. Next one, terminal symbols. What are the terminal symbols? So plus, epsilon. No need to write the epsilon. Simply you can remove it. No need to write the epsilon. Plus, star, 2, open parenthesis, third one, fourth one is closed parenthesis, and fifth one is ID. Along with one more symbol, that is lookout symbol, dollar. So plus ID plus star open closed. 5 plus 1, 6. Lookout symbol, dollar. Now what is this algorithm? So this is the algorithm. So algorithm means each and every production is compared with A to alpha. Next one. Next, find first of alpha. Suppose the first of alpha does not contain any epsilon symbol, then apply rule 1. If the first of alpha does not first of alpha contains epsilon, then apply rule 2. So we have only 2 rules. So take the first production. What is the first production? E to TE dash. So the first production is E to TE dash. E to TE dash. Now compared with A to alpha. Compared with A to alpha. Then find first of alpha. What is alpha? TE dash. So first of T. What is the answer? First of T. So first of T answer is open parenthesis comma ID. So the result is open parenthesis comma ID. Okay. So the first of alpha does not contain epsilon symbol. So we go for rule 1. So what is rule 1? Now write the entry array of what is the left hand side symbol non-terminal, that is E. E comma the first of alpha result. One is open parenthesis. This is one entry. And this will be equal to what is the second entry? E comma ID. So in these 2 entries we have to fill with the production is E to TE dash. E to TE dash. So E comma open parenthesis. So E comma open parenthesis filled with E to TE dash. Next one, E comma id filled with E to T dash, because first E to T dash is compared with A to alpha and then find first of alpha. The first of alpha result does not contain epsilon, then we can take the entry directly. Directly means the entry means we have two symbols, one is terminal and another one is non-terminal symbol. The first one is the non-terminal symbol. How to select the non-terminal symbol? Simply the given production left hand side value, left hand side symbol, that is E. And the terminal means nothing but the first of alpha result, that is open parenthesis, and E comma id. So filled with E to T dash, E to T dash. So this is first production. And the second production is E dash 2 plus T E dash. And the second one is E dash 2 plus T E dash. So E dash 2 plus T E dash. Again compared with A2 alpha. So first of alpha, what is alpha? Plus T E dash. That means the result is plus only, because first of terminal symbol is plus. Again the first of alpha result is epsilon and it does not contain any epsilon symbol. So again rule 1. What is rule 1? Array of what is the non-terminal left hand side value, that is E dash comma terminal symbol, first of alpha result. So filled with E dash 2 plus T E dash. So E dash comma plus E dash 2 plus T E dash. So this is rule 1. Now take the next production. Take the next production. So the next production is E dash 2 plus T E dash. E dash 2 plus T E dash. E dash 2 plus T E dash. The next one is E dash 2 epsilon. E dash 2 epsilon. Again compared with A2 alpha. Now find first of alpha. First of alpha means epsilon. First of epsilon means epsilon. So in this case the first of alpha contains epsilon. So we go for rule 2. Rule 2, whenever the first of alpha contains any epsilon symbol, then simply we have to find follow of the left hand side value. That is nothing but E dash. Follow of E dash. What is the follow of E dash? So the follow of E dash result is closed parenthesis comma dollar. Closed parenthesis comma dollar. So what is the entry? Now the entry is array of E dash comma, because the left hand side value is E dash comma first of E dash result, closed parenthesis, E dash comma dollar. So these two fields are filled with E dash to epsilon. E dash to epsilon. So E dash closed parenthesis, E dash to epsilon. Next one, E dash comma dollar. Okay, this is rule 1 and this is rule 2. Same way, now the same process applied to remaining productions also. What is the first one? T2 Ft dash. Now compared with A2 alpha. What is alpha? F. First of F. First of F means open comma id. So what is the entry? T comma open and T comma id. So T comma open. So T2 Ft dash. Same way T2 T comma id. So T2 Ft dash. Because in this case the first of alpha does not contain any epsilon symbol. Okay. And the next one, T dash to star Ft dash. First of alpha star. So what is the entry? T dash comma star. So So t dash comma star, t dash to star ft dash. Next one, t dash to epsilon. So t dash to epsilon. So here the first of alpha result is epsilon. Then find follow of t dash. So the follow of t dash means nothing but plus closed dollar. So t dash comma plus t dash comma closed parenthesis and t dash comma dollar filled with t dash to epsilon like this. T dash comma plus t dash comma closed parenthesis t dash comma dollar filled with t dash to epsilon. Now t dash to plus t dash to closed parenthesis and dollar. And the last one is f2e. So f for first of open parenthesis. So f comma open parenthesis. What is the entry? F comma open parenthesis. So f2e. And the next one is f2 id. First of id, id. So f comma id. So f2 id. So f2 id. So in this way we have constructed ready to parsing table, and the blanks are errors. So that is already mentioned in the algorithm. After performing the above, there is no production at all in array of a comma a. Then set m of a comma a to error. So all the blanks are error. So in this way we have to construct the predictive parsing table. Thank you.